Hello, this is another poem from Mr. Reads Reads. It's about Thomas Cromwell and Henry VIII. It's to support the GCSE unit on Henry VIII and his ministers, Unit 2. Cromwell was from lowly stock, a crooked brewer's son. So he packed his bags and went to war. Cromwell's rise had just begun. He went to France to fight against Spain. In Italy they were beat. So he joined a bank and studied hard. Then cloth merchants did he meet. In Antwerp Cromwell learned to trade, a cloth merchant he became. He came back home and married well, then the law became his game. He also joined the Wolsey House and rose rapidly to the top. He met the king, joined Parliament, his rise was hard to stop. Then Wolsey fell and all seemed lost, only Cromwell took his side. This impressed the king, who liked loyalty. To Henry's counsel he was tied. Cromwell's great achievement was annulment for the king. To break with Rome using Parliament would give Henry Anne Boleyn. By January 1533, Anne Boleyn was with child. An act was passed, restraint of appeals. The annulment then was filed. After 6 years Henry got his wish. He had Cromwell then to thank. Chief Minister, he got things done, as the star of Boleyn sank. Of adultery, Anne was now accused. An investigation Cromwell led. Spies sent in, gossip written down, of hard evidence, not a shred. Then Mark Smeaton was accused, a musician at the court. As a common man, torture was allowed, a confession Cromwell sought. Anne was knelt down at the tower. A French swordsman behind her stood. One swift stroke, Anne was done. Now remarry Henry could. Jane was Henry's favourite wife, because she gave a son. But then she died, the king distraught. What now then should be done? Reforming stuff was Cromwell's thing. Royal finance and government. The Privy Council he set up, a civil service to invent. He also unified with Wales, less independence for the north. Laws the same across the land, against finance he set forth. The King's Chamber was run terribly, no rules and no accounts. Courts of augmentations, first fruits and tenths, to Henry brought more amounts. Cromwell also used Parliament to uphold Henry's needs. Statute law under his control, another one of Cromwell's deeds. But Cromwell was to fall as well to that moody Tudor king. Anne of Cleves and two Protestant would unto the axeman bring. Cromwell put forward Anne of Cleves for sons and some new allies. From a portrait Henry gave assent, which in hindsight was not wise. What Henry saw did not impress. She is a Flanders mare. As the threat of Spain and France was gone, meaning Henry looked elsewhere. To Catherine Howard Henry turned, though young by many years. Norfolk's niece, Cromwell's enemy, it could only end in tears. Norfolk disliked Cromwell and his change to the way the churches ran. Too Protestant, too common too, so the whispering began. Catherine Howard played her part, poison dripped in Henry's ear. Heresy, treason, charges brought. Cromwell didn't last a year. Irony now did play a part, as Parliament passed the Act. No treason trial, just Cromwell's death. The king would not retract. The Earl of Essex, as Cromwell was, walked up to Tower Green. The axe came down at the same time as Catherine Howard became the Queen. Thank you very much.